VBout has an integrated task or pipeline manager that could be used for different purposes. For example, you can use it as a soft CRM with different pipeline stages. You can also use it for social media team collaboration effort. You can use it for marketing collaboration as well, in terms of assigning tasks to different people and working on campaigns together. I've seen also people using it for support and managing different support or fulfillment. So the sky is your limit. Use it in any way or shape that you want. I'm going to show you how you can create boards, how you can organize them, and also manage the different stages in those pipelines. So let's get started. Make sure that this add-on is installed. You can get access to it from the top right. You go to your add-ons and you can find that pipeline manager there. I'll go ahead and create a task board and give it a name. Let's just call it sales pipeline or my pipeline. Okay. Sales pipeline. Now you'll notice there's a default stage which I cannot modify. I can probably just modify colors. And another completed stage. These two are not configurable, but everything else in between is. And you can add multiple, maybe contract. This is negotiation. Probably the other way around, but you get it. And of course, managing the colors and the colors code will apply to the view of the pipeline, which I'll show you in a second. And submit. If you want to access your pipelines again from the top right, you see that pipeline I just created, along with the ability to create an additional one. Now I can have one maybe for marketing collaboration or social media moderation. Better. This could be just 3 stages: in queue, in progress, and change this review, and then complete it. I can toggle easily between them from the top right, going back to my sales pipeline, for example. And I want you to note how the user capability, or the top bar right here. So on this top view, what you can do is see what's assigned to different users on here, whether it's everybody or what's assigned to you. Very easy. Now there's nothing, but soon enough we'll have some items populated in here. There's a sorting option and a search. On the right, you have a filter, which lets you kind of filter out this view based on dates, what stage of that process, what kind of task, and so on. Very helpful. Also, you have different views. I have my stacked view, I have my table view, and I also have my pipeline view. This is probably what you've seen before as a Kanban or drag and drop process. Very easy. If you'd like to add a new task, you simply click on the plus here. If you're in the table view, you'll have an add task option. And if you'd like to click on the stacked view here, you can do it from the bottom. Okay. Now, in terms of tasks and what you can do on this view, you have the option to assign task. You can also choose different types. For example, here I have a deal type task, which opens up an amount value. If it's not a deal amount, let's just hide that amount value by choosing something else. Let's say campaign curation. I can assign it to myself, and I can choose the pipeline with the stages that I want. This is the due date, which will pretty much work as a reminder. So you'll get an email based on the date that you've set it up for. So if you set it up for the 26th, on the night of the 25th, you're going to get a reminder. This is the time of due and the duration. Now you can also attach contacts from your database. So let's say I want to look up Rich. So these are people who are in my database belonging to different lists. You see that list tag at the end. And I can just attach them to this task. I can have multiple attached as well if I want. But if I don't have the email or that contact added, click on the plus and add them directly from here. Choose the list and then add them. Okay, it's an easy way to either search your database or attach something or attach the lead by adding them from the plus. Okay, I'm gonna make this type deal make it $1,000, and write some description. So follow up with Rich, and let's just do Rich deal. One thing I forgot to mention, which is mentioning your colleagues, simply click at, and you'll see the drop down pulling up everybody on your team. And by clicking this, you'll pretty much just mention them. So they should get notified. And on this view, now you'll see the deal, or in this case is a type deal. You can toggle between and choose here to delete or reopen. In the middle, you have the initial task description, and you can add notes to it very easily, also mentioning other team members. You can attach files, and because this allows you to do an audit, for example, if I change this date to the 2nd, this audit trail will show up. So I can hide these by simply showing notes or showing activities. Okay. Very easy. The right side, you have the capability to change the deal type. Clicking here, I can move it from being a deal to analysis and back to deal. Okay. And just reattach the amount. Well, you can also see who's, in terms of contact, who's been associated with this particular task. I have 2 different contacts, and the details here is showing one of them, which is the first one by default. If I want to toggle between them, you'll see the eye, and that switches the data right here. This is inline editing, so you can apply any edits and even add tags to the profile right in here. So I can say, this is a client, comma. And by adding any tags here, this can trigger automations on the left panel. Any assets associated. In terms of assets, right here we're talking about things like landing pages, campaigns, workflows, automated messages. So these are everything that we've covered so far and could be attached in here. Okay. Obviously, this is helpful if you're working together with the team on completing and working with campaigns. So it's quite helpful. You can attach images, and you can tag the task itself. This is different than tagging an individual contact, because tagging your different tasks will allow you to do some search and filtering based on tags. All right, more things here. You see this little option right in here, which lets you close, copy. I can copy it to sub-account if you have an agency or multi-tier model. And I can change the assignment to someone else on the team. By doing that, not only it adds a trail in here, it also sends an email to the new assignee. Now, the way this looks on a table view is like that. There are some actions available too, which you can modify. And on the right, with this drag and drop process, you'll see also I can copy it to sub-account, copy, or I simply drag it from one view to another. This little label right here saying that it's in the future, but if I was to schedule it for some time in the past, obviously this will just update that label to make it a different color. These are just visual cues for you, so you can not miss if you have a lot of posts. So this is, for example, for January 21st. It's green still, or it's overdue actually, and you see the label right here is red. So this is how you can create different tasks, pipelines, and even if I'd like to organize the different stages in the pipelines, all I have to do is just drag and drop these in here to sort or change the order of how they appear. If this deal needs to close, I drag it into the close or just scroll all the way to the right to the last phase. Now, on the filter side, if I click it, I can always hide or show only open tasks. If you show all, anything that's open will also appear. So this will help you with the filtering process. This is how you can use the post or the pipeline manager on VBout. In the next view, I'll show you how you can create your tasks from different screens on the system.